There are only a few things that I could connect to having a toxic relationship with in my life. The two major ones that come to mind are the Wisconsin Badgers and the United Football League, though the Badgers are not going to be what we're breaking down today. Anytime I find myself pulling away from them, though, because I have given up on them, they figure a way to pull me back in and believe. I've spent the past few months coming to peace that it felt like the UFL was going to die. The positive videos on the league have been few and far between on this channel this year. But like that toxic partner who is too good in bed to break up with because you think you can change them, I am back on the UFL surviving train with the news that broke today. Please stay, I promise, they're going to be different this time. But before we get into this, if you enjoy college football and alternate league football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know where you think the new markets for the UFL are going to be in the comment section below. Guys, please, I can't take myself serious anymore these days. Earlier today, it was announced that billionaire Mike Repole joins the investment group that owns the UFL. Repole joins Fox, Redbird Capital, ESPN, and what is news to me? The Qatar Sovereign Wealth Fund as ownership of the league according to Front Office Sports. The latter two have an undisclosed stake in the league. Now in the past I have gotten comments that ESPN does not own a stake in the league, when they actually do, according to ESPN themselves. Repole is known for being the co-founder of Vitamin Water and Body Armor and would sell to Coca-Cola. According to Forbes, he has a net worth of $1.6 billion and was instrumental in reviving the St. John's basketball program by injecting millions of dollars into the men's basketball program, into the school's first Big East title since 1992 this past season. Repole seems committed to making this league work, wants to change the trajectory the league was on after year 2 saw a drop in viewership numbers across the television networks and saw a drop in attendance everywhere but in Michigan. He comes in with something the league has seemingly been lacking since the merger. A plan he hopes to put into place almost immediately. He wants to move to venues that hold closer to 15,000 to 21,000 fans compared to the large NFL and college stadiums. He told ESPN, "The vibe hasn't been to where it should be. You can hear a pin drop when someone runs 80 yards. That's not so good. No one wants to turn on the TV and see 10,000 fans in a 65,000 seat stadium. Like watching a COVID game." In 2024, only one team played in the stadium with a capacity less than 20,000 seats, the DC Defenders at Audi Field, which was one of the best home field atmospheres in the league. The other 7 home stadiums had a capacity between 40,000 and 65,000 seats. He's going to focus on improving the game day atmosphere to help improve the league's popularity. He said that if he isn't able to drive attendance to an average of 10,000 to 15,000 per game for each team, I'm going to take all the blame out there. ESPN wrote earlier today, the landscape of spring football has been littered with failed league ever since the AFL merged with the NFL in 1970. But in 2026, UFL will become one of 2 leagues to make it to a 3rd consecutive season, joining the original USFL, which ran from 1983 to 1985. Repole went on to say, "We're going to be aggressive as far as being nimble and scrappy and gritty and making aggressive moves. If by 2035, we can't have 16 teams, I'm going to consider it a personal failure. This is it. Other leagues didn't have the capital that this league has. Didn't have the media giants that this league has. Didn't have the entrepreneurs that this team has." He wants to move the team to their home markets down the road. In the short term, it's possible that teams will spend 2 or 3 days in their home markets around games rather than 1 to give players and coaches more exposure to the local community. This will lead to the communities wanting to buy into the league and will make the players truly care for the teams they play for. Heading into the 2026 season, the UFL is planning to move 2 to 4 of its teams to different markets. Original reports were the Birmingham Stallions, Memphis Showboats, Michigan Panthers, and Houston Roughnecks were going to be moved to Columbus, Boise, Louisville, Lexington, and Orlando. Those reports came out last week and led to major backlash by fans when it came to Birmingham and Michigan being relocated. Birmingham has won 3 of the 4 Spring League championships it has competed in, but saw an 11% drop in attendance from 2024 to 2025, and Protective Stadium has become very difficult to work with. Birmingham fans have pushed a petition to be signed to keep the team in the state and in Birmingham, and the state government has also got involved. They want to either see the team play in Legion Stadium or the Hoover Metropolitan Complex. The stadium in Hoover hosts the SEC baseball tournament every year and is beloved by fans. The argument against playing there is the SEC tournament is played in the middle of the UFL season. You could just have the Stallions be away that week. Michigan, on the other hand, has been the only team to see an increase in attendance from 2024 to 2025. It seemed like the market was really buying into the team. The issue is the cost to open the doors was $500,000 at Ford Stadium, and Ford Stadium was becoming very difficult to work with. Eastern Michigan has come out and said that they are willing to work with the UFL. The league personnel does not like the idea of playing on gray turf, which is still so ironic to me because they want to play on blue turf in Boise supposedly. Hopefully, with Repol involved with the marketing decisions now, the league will rethink Eastern Michigan and will decide to play their home games there. One of the theories I have was that the league's news was a strategical leak to see what the reaction would be to moving certain teams, especially if this deal was in the works previously. Repol already confirmed that Columbus will be getting a team this year, and maybe they want to see the fan reaction to decide which of the 4 teams get relocated. Columbus is a great market, but an even better one if you build up the Michigan and Columbus rivalry, keeping the Panthers. You end up playing at EMU, then you can really build up their rivalry with how close EMU is to the University of Michigan, and you could play off the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry. Well, I think you need to keep the Panthers in Michigan. The Columbus team will be playing at the historic Crew Stadium, which is the home of the MLS's Columbus Crew, and holds 21,000 seats. Earlier this year, I said Columbus, Ohio could be a golden opportunity for the UFL with their lack of professional teams and passionate fan base when it comes to the Ohio State, which has one of the largest fan bases in the nation and is coming off a national title. The USFL found some success in Canton, but Columbus seems to be the choice due to it being the bigger market that could turn into a goldmine for the league. See, as a population of 913,175 fans, it would be a perfect location for multiple rivalries for the league. The league has not yet finalized the other new markets, nor has it decided which teams will leave their markets. Repol hopes to expand from 8 teams to 10 to 12 teams in the next 5 years, and 16 teams in the next 10 years. He told Front Office Sports, "We're not looking to compete with the NFL. We're looking to complement the NFL and riding off their momentum." UFL's Chief Executive Officer Russ Brandon spoke on the addition of Repol, saying, "He's obviously a force of nature in so many ways. His vision, strategy, marketing, brand building has a long track record of success. We're going into year 3 of the UFL. When you look at our ratings and see over 1 million people touching our games and watching our games and a peak of 2 million, those are pretty powerful numbers. We've got a lot of work to do in local markets, and the infusion of Mike and his team's expertise, that's going to be one of our main efforts. We're pleased on what we have been able to build upon." Brandon does not believe the addition of Repol is a bailout from the league, but an opportunity. Now, for spring league football fans, you hear about a billionaire investing into a spring league that is struggling, and that strikes fear in your bones as you look back at the AAF. This is much different as the investors in the league are much more stable, plus the way Repol is talking about the investing felt different than when Tom Dundon invested into the AAF, always talking about his way out. Repol is investing into this league shows the UFL is actually trending in the right direction. Now here's hoping they will actually market the league the right way going forward and build it into the special thing we hardcore fans believe it can become. Hopefully this is when the UFL goes from being the toxic girlfriend to actually changing. What do you think? Will the UFL benefit from this partnership? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.